Hello, I'm Emma Whiteman, Stockbridge osteopath. I want to show you some really quick, safe, easy exercises that you can do if you're suffering with chronic low back pain. What I would say to begin with is if you're suffering with a lot of pain, then movement is key. Don't rest too much. You need to find a balance between a variety of different positions and movement and a little bit of rest. Ideally, try and get a little bit of cardio exercise into your day every day. So a 30-minute walk or a swim, those would be the ideal exercises. So these specific exercises I'm going to show you are on top of a walk or a daily swim. Try and keep those movements going as often as possible. So to begin with, we're going to lie down. I want you to lie with your knees bent up, and this exercise is to start activating the transversus abdominus, which is a muscle which runs side to side, and it acts a bit like a natural corset to the lower back, really bracing and stabilising the spine. So in this position, lying on your back, I'd like you to find a pelvis neutral position, which means you should feel that you're maintaining a little curve in your lower back. You should feel that curve is still there. So from that slightly curved position, I'd like you to start breathing out, exhale, and as you breathe out, make a little curve in your lower back. So you're flattening your lower back into the floor, and then inhale to come back, and then exhale to curl up, and then inhale to return. This is activating your transversus. So for the next exercise, first of all, exhale, activate transversus, flatten your back into the floor, and from this position, push through your feet to slowly lift your back up off the floor. In that position, inhale at the top, and then slowly exhale to come back down again. So inhale. Exhale to curl your back, push it into the floor and start coming up. Push through the feet, come up to the top. Inhale at the top and exhale to come back down again. And from this position, return back to that pelvic neutral position. The next exercise is called the dying bug. And this again is to start switching on some of those core stabilizing muscles. So from this position, raise both legs up to 90, so hips 90 and knees at 90. And from this position, I want you to exhale, engage transversus as we did before, and gently drop your heel to the floor. Come back up again. Inhale, and then exhale, and drop the other leg, heel to floor. Come back up, inhale, exhale to move, heel to floor, come back up, inhale, exhale, and drop heel to floor again, and come back up. And when you finish, drop one leg and then drop the other. Don't drop them both down at the same time. The next exercise is called your quadruped, and for quadruped you need to come up into an all fours position. If you're suffering with mild back pain, then you can go into a position where you lift opposite hand and leg like this and back down, and then other side, lift and come back down. If you find that's too painful, you can modify by just taking the arm out and then the leg, just slide the foot along the floor and come back in, and then arm up and slide your leg along the floor, come back in. If that is still too painful for you, you can simply raise one arm and then raise the other arm like that. So the next exercise is your squat. For the squat, I'd like you to find a band, so you can use a TheraBand or a looped band. Put that round your knees. And then you're standing with feet just slightly wider than hip width apart, And from this position, I'd like you to do a mini squat. So you're just sitting your bottom back and coming back up again. So from the side, mini squat, back coming, bottom coming back, hands coming in front to balance you, and up to standing again. In this exercise, it's really important that you're getting a hip hinge, so all your movement is coming through the hips and not the spine. So you're not allowing your back to curl. You keep your back straight in this position, head and chest up, arms out in front, and as you stand up with a little bit of glute activation to really power you forwards and switch on those glutes. This is a really good glute activation exercise. So once more, you're sitting back and down, bottom back, spine straight, head up, and come straight back up to standing. Now for some nice stretches for the lower back. First of all, we can do a nice lying glute stretch. So lying on your back, this is a glute stretch, sometimes called a figure of four or a pretzel. So you're crossing your foot over your knee, and then you're bringing your knee up to your chest. And you'll be feeling a stretch in this side here, in your glutes. And then repeat for the other side. Bringing your knee up towards your chest. After you've done your glutes, you can then do a hamstring stretch. I need my band. So for this stretch, you can use your band again, but you need quite a high resistance, and you can use a belt or a towel. And in this one, you need to put your belt under the sole of your foot and then straighten up to this position here. If this is quite strong, you can bend your knee a little bit and come in. This is a lovely hamstring stretch. And straighten the leg, bend the leg, bring it in, and straighten again to get that nice hamstring stretch. Then from this position, you can do a hip adductor stretch. So you're lying, put your feet together and allow your knees to drop out. This is a very nice stretch for the inside of your thighs. And you can stay there and just allow the thighs to drop out to give you that stretch. And then the other stretch I want to show you is for your hip flexors. So pop your knee up on a low surface, perhaps walk that front leg forwards a little bit, and from this position I want you just to drop straight down. So you're feeling a stretch. I'm feeling a stretch in my right thigh, front of my right thigh, and come back up and drop back down. With this one, it's important that you don't allow a sinking in your lower back, otherwise that's going to pinch and hurt. So don't allow a sink here. I want you to do a little tilt in the pelvis, tucking your bottom under to keep your spine nice and straight. And come up. And a little drop down, keeping that spine straight. And then last stretch is your knee hug stretch, lying on your back and hugging your knees into your chest. And this is a lovely stretch to really gap and open through the base of the spine. And you can do a little rock and come back up again. And this one you can do little circles with your knees to circle your back on the floor one way and then the other way, and then you can bring the knees back up again. Good, so those are the stretches. When you're doing your exercises, the first set of 5, try and do 3 sets if you can and repeat each exercise 5 to 6 times. And then when you're doing your stretches, hold each stretch for a count of 10 seconds and repeat the stretches 2 or 3 times on each side.